Okay, hey guys, good morning. Good morning. This is just a little private video I'm going to do this morning. It's not posted anywhere. I mean, I just saw this. This is coming out of Amarillo, Texas, and it is horrible. It's another waste of a life that should have never happened. The mother, of course, is lying. And of course, there's a person that the mother's living with. It's not his stepfather, but it's somebody that's in his life as a step something, right? And the father and the family is heartbroken over the death of this little baby in Amarillo, Texas. An arrest warrant reveals new details in the charges against Chelsea Berg, a former Amarillo woman charged with the capital murder and the death of her 3-year-old child. This is beautiful Dawson Zamora right here in my picture here. Look at him. Beautiful baby. Beautiful. This should never happen. I'm so tired of seeing it. It is every day, in every state, in every city. Another child's life is taken by the persons that are supposed to care for them. So, here are the new details about the capital murder of this 3-year-old child. The documents state Christopher Alexander Berg's boyfriend brought 3-year-old Dawson Zamora to Medical City, McKinney on October 14th. The father, Dawson Zamora, shares the last 2 months with his son following this vicious beating. Medical staff determined the child was covered in apparent physical injuries in various stages of healing and immediately became concerned about the intentional trauma or abuse. Witnesses then observed Alexander speaking, agitated on the phone with Berg. Witnesses said they could hear her making accusatory statements toward him. Witnesses heard him indicate that he had to get rough with the child and strike the child in the stomach while trying to wake him up. Are you goddamn kidding me? While trying to wake a child up, you think it's okay to hit them or hit them in the stomach or hit them, period? You don't hit babies 3 years old. You don't hit children, period. Documents say Berg told detectives the child had previously been hospitalized for normal illnesses. What normal illnesses cause a child to be hospitalized? Please tell me, because right now I don't know of any normal illness that causes a child to be hospitalized. Okay? But also indicated she had recently seen bruising on his body. She indicated she thought the child's daycare was responsible for the injuries. She also indicated that she trusted Alexander to watch Dawson and made statements to indicate that she had never seen anything alarming concerning Christopher and her children. Documents state that detectives showed Berg photographs of Dawson taken during the current incident, which included severe physical injuries throughout his head, chest, abdomen, back, and all extremities. Berg denied having seen most of the current injuries and was shocked by the severity of the injuries. What do you mean shocked by the severity of the injuries? You lived there. Did you bathe the child? Did you put clothes on the child? You didn't see anything? Are you goddamn kidding me? Documents state that she did not implicate that Alexander was responsible for the abuse. At that time, Dawson was transported to Children's Medical Center in Dallas, where medical staff indicated that his injuries were likely to result in death or permanent disability. Detectives, and she saw nothing. She didn't see any kind of anything, just normal things. Detectives then obtained a search warrant for the apartment of Berg, Alexander, and Dawson. Documents state investigators collected numerous pieces of evidence within the apartment that suggested and there may have been an attempt to clean up or conceal blood or other traces of evidence. Of course there was. Detectives also obtained search warrants and downloaded content from multiple cell phones and electronic devices. Documents state detectives found numerous items of evidence that illustrated the child had sustained numerous injuries over the past months while alone with Alexander. But she saw nothing. She didn't see anything that would suggest he would hurt this child. Police say the evidence clearly indicated that Chelsea observed the injuries on her child, knew that her child was continuously getting hurt with Christopher, and clearly knew the dangers that Christopher presented to her child. Once again, we have a woman over here picking a man over her child. This is all this is. Why? Let me tell you something. Men come a dime a dozen, but your children are gifts from God. How dare you? The documents continue stating that Chelsea knew that Dawson was demonstrating signs of severe illness and physical deterioration, yet neglected to remove Dawson from the dangerous situation and failed to obtain appropriate care for his injuries. Dawson died from his injuries on December 7th. The arrest warrant states evidence suggests Alexander had been physically assaulting him over the course of at least 30 days. But she saw nothing. She saw nothing that would say or suggest that he was in danger. Police say evidence suggests that they feared an investigation by CPS if they took Dawson to receive medical treatment. So what? Take your baby to receive medical treatment. Let CPS come in. Maybe you need some help from CPS. Maybe you need help from somewhere, because apparently you're not paying any attention or you don't care to pay attention. He was eventually brought to the hospital on one occasion. However, documents state that the couple deliberately omitted patient information about the cause of his child's injuries. Berg was arrested on December 8th and charged with capital murder. Alexander's charges have also been upgraded to capital murder. In Texas, a conviction for capital murder is punishable by death or life in prison. It should be, oh my God. And here we have, from Scribe, the warrant for arrest, right here. You are hereby commended to arrest Chelsea Renee Berg, defendant, white female, 5'3", 110 pounds, blue eyes, blonde hair, date of birth is 11/17/1994. Immediately bring her before the court to be dealt with according to the law, says defendant has been accused of the first-degree felony offense of capital murder. Yeah, that's for her. Now, there's an arrest warrant affidavit here. I'm going to make it bigger so that I can actually read it, so just give me a moment here. Here's the affidavit. Before me, the undersigned authority on this day personally appeared, the undersigned affiant, who being by me duly sworn on oath, deposes and says that he or she has good reason to believe that heretofore which, on or about December the 7th, 2025, and arterial to making, I gotta make this bigger, sorry guys. Okay, to making and filing this complaint in the county of Collin, state of Texas, Chelsea Renee Berg did then and there commit capital murder, a criminal offense against the laws of the state of Texas. Additional pages may be attached and incorporated into this affidavit. You are hereby, okay, this is your affidavit, or affiant. Detective Michelle Reed is employed by the McKinney Police Department in McKinney, Collin County, Texas. Your affiant has over 11 years of law enforcement experience, currently holds a Master's Peace Officer certificate, and has received 5,200 hours of in-service law enforcement training. Your affiant has experience in detectives and the Crimes Against Persons Division and has investigated experiences in training cases such as this. Your affiant believes there is a probable cause that the offense occurred based on the following information. Okay, reading directly from the affidavit here. On October the 14th, 2025, McKinney Police Department were notified Christopher Alexander, white male, date of birth 3/1/1995, brought an unresponsive child, and it gives his name, to the medical city McKinney CM emergency room. Medical staff determined the child was covered in apparent physical injuries in various stages of healing and immediately became concerned about the intentional trauma. Witnesses observed Christopher was very agitated on the telephone with the child's mother, Chelsea Berg, of course, the white female, date of birth 11/17/94, and could hear Chelsea making very accusatory statements toward Christopher. Witnesses heard Christopher indicate that he had to get rough with the child and strike the child in the stomach while trying to wake him up. Oh my God. You know, I can't wait for these assholes to go to prison, because the one thing we know about prison is there is justice. When you abuse or take the life of a child, prisoners don't like that. And let me tell you something, they're going to give it back to you. And I hope they do. Chelsea later arrived at the MCM, and both Christopher and Chelsea were trained to speak with all the detectives. Christopher immediately requested an attorney and did not wish to speak with the detectives. Chelsea agreed to speak with the detectives and indicated that the child was left alone with Christopher on that day. Chelsea indicated that the child had been previously hospitalized for normal illnesses, but just indicated that she had recently seen bruising on the child's body. Chelsea indicated that she thought the child's daycare was responsible for these injuries. The daycare? The child went to daycare and daycare didn't repeat that they noticed something was wrong here? Really? Okay. All right. Chelsea also indicated that she trusted Christopher to watch her child and made many statements to indicate she had never seen anything alarming concerning Christopher and her children. You have not seen anything alarming, but there's bruises all over this baby's body, and he has told you, I had to punch him in the stomach to wake him up. What the hell? Detectives eventually showed Chelsea photographs of the child taken during the current incident, which included several physical injuries throughout his head, chest, abdomen, back, and all extremities. Chelsea denied hurting him or being seen most of the, she denied having seen most of the current injuries and was shocked by the severity of the injuries and did not implicate that Christopher was responsible for the abuse. Christopher was consequently arrested for the injury to the child, and Chelsea was released that evening. They released her. The child was transported to the medical center, over to the Children's Medical Center in Dallas, where he received additional care for his life-threatening injuries. Medical staff indicated that the child's injuries were likely going to result in death or permanent disabilities. Detectives added a search warrant. They obtained a search warrant for the residence of Chelsea, Christopher, and the child. Investigators collected numerous pieces of evidence from within the apartment and suggest someone may have been assaulted or injured when the apartment, and there may have been attempts to clean or conceal blood or other traces of evidence. During the course of the investigation, detectives obtained search warrants and downloaded the contents of multiple cell phones and electronic devices, along with electronic data from social media, email, cell phone, and providers, and various other accounts. Detectives found numerous items of evidence that illustrated the child had sustained numerous injuries over the past months while alone with Christopher. The evidence also clearly indicated that Chelsea observed the injuries on her child. She knew that her child was continuously getting hurt, Christopher, and clearly knew the dangers that Christopher presented to her children. Chelsea knew that Dawson was demonstrating signs of severe illness and physical deterioration, yet neglected to remove Dawson from the dangerous situation and failed to obtain proper care for his injuries. Chelsea was called back to the PD on October the 15th, 2025, for a second interview. During the interview, Chelsea denied knowing that Christopher was in danger to her children, despite being presented with physical evidence that suggested otherwise. Chelsea was arrested for injury to a child and transported to the jail. On November the 18th, 2025, Detective Reed was told by medical staff the child was currently in a primitive state, which they explained was another form of a vegetative state. They also told Detective Reed that the child's overall progress neurology was not good. On December the 7th, 2025, Dawson succumbed to his injuries while in the medical center. This is sufficient evidence to suggest that Christopher had been physically assaulting the child over the course of at least 30 days. The evidence suggests that visible injuries were present and noticed by both Christopher and Chelsea. During that time, the child's health began to rapidly decline. Both Christopher and Chelsea consciously failed to obtain treatment for the injuries and illnesses, despite acknowledging the seriousness of the injuries and the recommendations to immediately seek medical attention. There's evidence that suggests that Chelsea and Christopher feared an investigation by CPS if they took the child to receive medical treatment. The child was eventually brought to the hospital, and on one occasion during this timeline, however, Chelsea and Christopher deliberately omitted pertinent information about the cause of the child's injuries. The conversations between Chelsea and Christopher clearly demonstrate that all of these child's injuries occurred while he was alone with Christopher, and that Chelsea failed to protect her son from these life-threatening environments. Based on the the totality of the circumstances, Detective Reed has reason to believe and does believe that Chelsea Renee Byrd did then and there intentionally and knowingly cause the death of an individual named Dawson and an individual younger than 10 years of age by leaving him in the care and custody of Christopher Alexander, who she knew caused physical injury to her son on multiple occasions, resulting in a rapid decline in his health and ultimately his death. Detective Reed believes probable cause exists that Chelsea committed an offense under PC 19.03, capital murder. That is the end of the probable cause statement. She was arrested. I hope they rot in hell, to be honest with you. I mean, really? Are you kidding me? You didn't know? You didn't know? It's just, how can she deny her child any kind of treatment, knowing? How are you taking the child to the hospital and then lying about what happened? Why are you afraid of CPS? Are there other cases where you've had CPS on you before? I mean, I don't know anything about this woman, but it's just shocking. Every damn day, it's another one. It's another one. It's another one. Well, I'm surprised. Well, I'm really surprised that they didn't just say that somebody kidnapped him like all the other ones do after they hurt them, you know? Anyway, I just wanted to come on. It's just a tragic update. The family is, I'm sure his family is deeply hurt. His father's been on Facebook and some other places. And I'm going to tell you what his dad had to say. Let's open it right here. Hang on just a second. This is from Abby Blabby, True Crime News. My heart is extremely heavy, but this is important that I notify the public before others speculate. Oops, go back. And speak for me. I want you guys to hear it directly from me, as y'all have been on this journey alongside me. With great sorrow, I come here today to notify the public that my son Dawson has passed away. He died on my birthday yesterday, December the 7th, at 10:42. There's also our beloved child, who's also missing, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' birthday. It's December the 7th. I also want to notify the public that Chelsea Byrd, Dawson's mom, has been taken into custody and has been charged with capital murder. She's being charged at the highest degree due to her lack of effort protecting our children. There will be a 6-page arrest affidavit that will become public with evidence of her involvement, and this is why I'm coming out publicly now, before others get their hands on it. What will come out is absolutely breaks my heart all over again. This poor man. My son didn't have to die. This could have been prevented. He should have been protected, and now he was murdered. My 3-year-old murdered, and I'm left hearing this, and I don't know where to go from here. I'm at a loss of words, so please keep my daughter Harper and I in your prayers as we come up with ways to navigate all of this. I'm taking this day by day, decisions by decision, with no playbook on how to do life. I'm 31 years old, having to bury my 3-year-old son, and I obviously wasn't prepared for this because we shouldn't have to bury our children. I haven't lost a family member or a friend, and now this is my first experience with death. As always, thank you, my friends, my family, even strangers coming to my aid to keep me on my feet. Thank you to the District Attorney's Office, the judges, my attorney, the McKinney Police Department, all helping find justice for my son. My biggest thank you is to all the medical staff that did everything they could do and allowing me the opportunity to say goodbye to my son, allowing me the opportunity to hold him as he took his final breath. That is so heartbreaking. Another child's life wasted at the hands of a monster, being allowed to do this by the other monster in his life, his mother, who chose not to protect him, who chose to stick with the man over her child, the man over her child once again. How many times do we have to see this? How many times? That's all I wanted to say. God bless you and your families. I'm so sorry for this man. You should not bury your own children. No, you should not. Especially not at 3 years old, at the hands of his mother, and a boyfriend, a person who has no value in that child's life. The only person that gained any value from that man was her, and look what he did. And she is a monster just like he is. That's all I'm going to say about this. You all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves out there. Be careful. Hug those babies. Life is so short, and the time of your children is even shorter. And look at this. This man is burying his child at 3 years old. He's only 31 years old. Have a good afternoon, guys. See you later.